Medical completed. Arsenal drop huge. Transfer bombshell. Bruno Guimarães update. Welcome back to Arsenal Fans Focus Media, your home for the latest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, transfer rumours, player analysis and everything happening around the mighty Gunners. Arsenal fans, something huge is being discussed in the transfer world. The name at the centre of today's story is Bruno Guimarães. Reports and social media claims have sparked enormous excitement among Arsenal supporters, with suggestions that a medical could have been completed as part of a potential transfer. But is the deal really done? Has Bruno Guimarães actually completed his medical? Has Arsenal finally secured one of their biggest midfield targets? Or is this another transfer rumour that needs to be treated with caution? Today we're breaking down everything you need to know. And remember, unless Arsenal, Newcastle United or Bruno Guimarães officially confirms the transfer, claims about a completed medical should be treated as unverified reports rather than confirmed facts. Let's get straight into it. The Bruno Guimarães bombshell for Arsenal supporters. Bruno Guimarães has become one of the most exciting names connected with the club. The Brazilian midfielder has established himself as a high-quality Premier League player. He is technically gifted. He is aggressive in midfield. He can win possession. He can pass through pressure. He can control the rhythm of a match. And he possesses the personality to perform when the pressure is at its highest. That combination makes him an attractive player for any club competing for major trophies. For Arsenal, the attraction is obvious. Mikel Arteta wants a team capable of controlling matches from the first minute to the last. Bruno could potentially provide another elite option in the centre of the pitch. What does medical completed actually mean? Whenever football fans see the words medical completed, excitement immediately explodes. But there is an important distinction. A medical is normally one part of the transfer process. Even if a player completes medical examinations, other steps may still be required before a transfer becomes official. Contracts may need to be signed, registration procedures may need to be completed, clubs may need to make an official announcement. That is why Arsenal supporters should wait for confirmation from reliable official sources. Still, if reports about Bruno's medical were ever confirmed, it would represent a major development. Imagine the announcement. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You check your phone. You open Arsenal's official social media account, and there it is. A photograph of Bruno Guimarães wearing the famous red and white shirt. The headline reads, "Welcome to Arsenal, Bruno." Instantly, Arsenal fans across the world would celebrate. Social media would explode. Football media would immediately begin analysing the transfer, and the Emirates Stadium would have a new midfielder to welcome. For supporters who have followed this rumour for months, it would be an unforgettable moment. Why Bruno fits Arteta's football. Mikel. Arteta's football requires technical quality. The team needs players who can receive the ball under pressure. They need players capable of progressing possession. They need players who understand positioning. They need players who can switch between attacking and defensive responsibilities. Bruno Guimarães has many of those qualities. He can operate as a deeper midfielder. He can support attacks. He can press opponents. He can recover possession. And he can play forward passes that accelerate Arsenal's attacks. That versatility could make him a fascinating addition to Arteta's squad. Bruno Guimarães and Declan Rice. Now imagine Arsenal's midfield. Declan Rice, Bruno Guimarães, Martin Ødegaard. That combination would give Arteta incredible tactical possibilities. Rice can provide defensive protection and physical strength. Bruno can help control possession and provide technical quality. Ødegaard can operate higher up the pitch and create opportunities. Together, the three could potentially give Arsenal an excellent balance between defence, control and creativity. Arsenal's title. Ambition reports have previously connected Arsenal with significant transfer fees for the Brazilian, but transfer fees are only one part of a deal. Wages, bonuses, contract length, agent negotiations and other financial details can all influence whether a transfer is completed. That's why fans should be cautious whenever social media posts claim a deal is already finished. Until official confirmation arrives, there is still uncertainty. Why Arsenal fans are so excited. The excitement isn't only about the player, it's about what the signing would represent. Arsenal would be showing the football world that they are ready to compete at the highest level. They would be adding a proven Premier League midfielder. They would be strengthening an already talented squad. And they would be giving Arteta another elite option in the centre of the pitch. That is why Bruno's name creates such a strong reaction among supporters. The Newcastle question. One of the biggest obstacles in any potential deal would naturally be Newcastle United. Bruno is an important player for Newcastle. Losing him would represent a major decision for the club. Newcastle would need to consider the financial package. They would need to consider their sporting ambitions and they would need to determine whether replacing a player of Bruno's quality is possible. For Arsenal, negotiations would therefore be complicated if a serious transfer were actually taking place. So, competition could become fascinating. Rice would have competition. Ødegaard would have additional tactical support. Other midfielders would have to fight for their opportunities. That competition could ultimately benefit the entire team. The Emirates is waiting. Imagine Bruno walking onto the Emirates pitch. Thousands of supporters are waiting. The stadium announcer introduces the new signing. The crowd erupts. Bruno raises his hands. The Arsenal badge is visible on his shirt. It would be a powerful image. But before fans celebrate that moment, they must wait for official confirmation. Football has taught supporters many times that transfer rumours can change very quickly. Don't believe every transfer claim. This is especially important during a busy transfer window. A post can go viral within minutes. A headline can attract millions of views. But popularity doesn't automatically mean accuracy. Some accounts publish rumours before anything is confirmed. Others exaggerate reports to generate clicks. That's why Arsenal fans Focus Media will always encourage supporters to separate reported information from official confirmation. The Bruno Guimarães story is exciting. The medical claim is exciting. But until the clubs or player confirm the situation, we must remain careful. What would Bruno bring to Arsenal? Let's break it down. First, technical quality. The supporters aren't simply dreaming about one player. They're dreaming about the next chapter of Arsenal's rise. Could Bruno help Arsenal win the Champions League? That's the ultimate question. Imagine Arsenal reaching the Champions League final. The midfield battle is intense. Every pass matters. Every tackle matters. Every mistake could cost the trophy. Having experience, technically gifted midfielders could make a difference in those moments. Bruno's experience at the highest level could potentially be valuable. But football is a team sport. One player doesn't guarantee trophies. Success would still depend on the entire squad, coaching staff, preparation, consistency and mentality. The next 48 hours could be huge L. Has his medical actually been completed? At this stage, claims of a completed medical should be treated as unconfirmed unless officially announced by the clubs or player. But the speculation has certainly created a huge amount of excitement. Bruno remains the kind of midfielder who would fit the profile of a club aiming to compete for the biggest trophies. His technical ability, his intensity, his experience, his mentality, all of those qualities make him an intriguing potential addition to Arteta's squad. If the deal becomes official, Arsenal supporters will have every reason to celebrate. But until then, we wait, we watch, and we follow every development. Gunners, now it's your turn. Would you welcome Bruno Guimarães at Arsenal? Is he the midfielder Arteta needs? Would you pay a huge transfer fee for him? Could Bruno help Arsenal win the Premier League? Could he help Arsenal compete for the Champions League? Tell us what you think in the comments. And if you enjoy Arsenal transfer news, make sure you support Arsenal Fans Focus Media. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share your opinion in the comments. Share this video with fellow Gunners. We will continue bringing you the biggest Arsenal transfer stories, breaking updates, rumours, analysis, and all the latest developments surrounding the club. Remember, transfers can change, rumours can change, deals can collapse. But one thing never changes: the passion of Arsenal supporters. Come on, you Gunners! Arsenal Fans Focus Media, your home for the biggest Arsenal stories.